Welcome back to another episode of Jason's Bricks and 5, where we discuss Lego content in videos of around 5 minutes. Well, today we are going to be talking about my recent release day purchase. Now, generally, I am not a big proponent of picking up sets on release day because it's not the best value for your money. However, this set was available with a gift with purchase. I think it might not still be an offering, but that plus the Disney gift with purchase was available with it. So I picked that up. I got the Goonies exclusive set. Maybe I'll do a review on that, talking about that. But those items, I decided I wanted to get that because I really enjoyed Goonies as a kid. And as I've gotten older, I've actually found that I really enjoy it more. So I've tried to film this video a couple times and it's gone really long because I'm just so excited about so many things on this set. So I'm going to do my best to keep it around 5 minutes. I know some people like to give me a hard time, but anyways, let's go into it. So when the set was first announced, I didn't really see myself as super excited to get this. I thought it was an interesting idea. I think it was a Lego 1980s theme competition. And it was like, oh, that could be okay. But, you know, it was like, well, it's going to be half ship, half, dioramas. And I was like, I don't know what I think about that. Then we saw the actual model and I kind of warmed up to it a bit. And, I saw the figs and I said, you know what, with the double gift purchase, I'm going to get it. Plus, a little tip for you. If you go to the Lego store and you ask if they have any damaged boxes, you can save money sometimes. So I was able to pick this up. You can see there was some damage on the box, just a small ding. But I didn't care because I was going to build the set. So I saved 10%, which is $30. So if you go to the Lego store and you ask, you might be able to get a set that you're looking for. Plus, if you have it shipped from Romeoville, it's probably going to come in worse shape than that anyways, and they won't give you a discount. So quickly, let's go to talk about the set because, it is a really striking model. I like the ship on the rocks. If it was just an entire build with just the ship, I don't think it would be as interesting, frankly. So I think what they've done actually works really, really well. The facade of the ship looks great on a shelf, and the size, it's not too deep. So if you have just a shallow bookshelf, it is wide and a little bit tall, but, depth-wise, it's not an issue. So for the shelf I use, I actually have to take this one by one at the top off just to have it fit enough. But it works. So the ship looks great. They've done a really good job of getting interesting angles in here. So the bottom part you build, really what you do is you build the diorama scenes and then you build the facade on the back of those. And so you build the base and then you build this top part kind of around here and you attach it and it clips in. So it's at an angle. So it really creates some interesting angles in the Lego build that, I don't think a lot of, us basic builders would be able to come up with on our own. So it's really interesting to see how they do that. But we'll turn it around. You get an idea of what's going on here. I won't give away all of the secrets and details. I know, some people may not have seen the movie, even though it's been 40 years. But, you've got really kind of all of the key moments of the show. You've got the restaurant that they go in, including the blender where they threaten Chunk to, tell everything. There's stairs that go down to the basement. You can see where Sloth is chained up watching TV. They've got the money printing press for counterfeit money. It's got the fireplace that moves into the room with all the pipes that they can shake. And, as a kid, that was high comedy. You've got the explorer that came before them that died in the expedition from the 30s. Was it Chester Cobblepot? So you've got that. And that's kind of a neat feature here where you can hold this lever at the top and the rocks fall just like in the movie. And a simple crank puts them back in place. So simple thing to build, but a lot of fun. Then it comes up here to the wishing well. This is the one, probably my least favorite part of this set. There is the mechanism that you turn because there is a key that they find. You can put it with the Chester Cobblepot. They find it in the show, and they use that to turn it and open up the thing. And it works here, but the problem is I have big fat adult fingers and it's hard to get in here to lower this. But it is kind of fun because the floor drops and it's got this part where Data uses the teeth to capture himself from falling to his death at the spikes. It comes over, you go into the room where there's the river and you've got the logs that go across, and then up here to probably the most ingenious part of this build, probably of, one of the more ingenious things of any of the builds, has to be this organ, because it's got these parts where you press the key and the parts of the floor start to fall away. And then after you get enough of them done, what happens, if I can get my head here, once they're all done, that door falls and then they can go down the slide. And that brings us to another part that I think is pretty interesting about this build. So on the back side here is the slide where they come down, and there's an octopus. And you might wonder, why is there an octopus? Now, in the movie, when I was a kid, I would watch it, and at the end, they're interviewing the kids, and Data, he says, oh, and there was an octopus, and I didn't understand what he was talking about. Evidently, it's come out that that was a deleted scene. I've seen it on YouTube and stuff since, but as a kid, I didn't understand what was going on. So I've got that, which is fun. And then you've got, I guess, parts of the ship that are, part of the build. So you've got the treasure room with One-Eyed Willie. So that fig is up there. And I like his treasure table with the scales, just like in the show. And then you've got this functionality here where you can have Chunk and Sloth use their knife to come down the sails. Hey, you guys! So kind of a lot of fun. One of the other real highlights of this set has to be all of the figs that you get. They've included everyone. They've got all of the kids and then the Fratellis. So you've got Sloth, you've got the mom, and then the two brothers. All of the figs look really good. The majority of them have double printed faces. Sloth doesn't, because he, the way his headpiece doesn't cover the back, but the rest of them I think do. The one that made me laugh the most is actually one of the Fratelli brothers. He actually, when I saw him, very first thing I thought of was the Barb figure from the Stranger Things set. I guess it was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, but if you're familiar with that, this character looks almost exactly the same to me. And so, I built the Stranger Things set as well, and there's a sticker for Barb being missing, and now we found her, I guess. So anyways, yeah, that is just going to be my quick overview of the set. I have to say, I know the set is $330, which is a pricey model. So I can't say if other people should buy it, but it's not one that I am disappointed I have. I think it's a great addition to my collection, and I am excited to have it. So, if it's something that you enjoy, if you have nostalgia for Goonies, I could see this being something you might really enjoy. If not, I get it. We can't have everything, and some things just don't speak to us. But for me, I love the build. I love, the things I remember from when I was a kid and I built it. When I built this, it made me think of all those things. So I think it was a really good build, and I just am going to be so happy to have this on my shelf. So that's going to do it for my review. Let me know, have you picked up the Goonies set and built it? Did you enjoy it? Or maybe you might be someone that doesn't have nostalgia for Goonies, and that's okay. We don't all have to like the same things. But, let me know, is it something that you have interest in and you find the value there? So that's going to do it for my thoughts and, I guess, quick review of the Lego Ideas Goonies set. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time on another episode of Jason's Bricks and 5. Happy building!